Hello friends, welcome back to Wawa AS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 20 September 2021 and now we are going to discuss 5 current affair based MCQs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But first, let us discuss the question that was asked yesterday, and yesterday's question was the Madhyam portal is related to A. MSME registration, B. PSB loans, C. single window clearance system, and D. coal auctioning. And the correct answer is C. single window clearance system. The Madhyam portal is basically related to this single window clearance system, where the FDI proposals which come to India will be cleared using this portal. Okay, so this is part of the ease of doing business reforms, and because of these kind of reforms only, currently India has reached to 63rd rank, and India showed a considerable improvement, or you can say maximum improvement, in terms of this ease of doing business ranking. And this Madhyam portal is basically administered by the Department of Promotion for Industry and Internal Trade, DPIIT, under the Ministry of Commerce, right? So this is all the information. Now let's move on. Guys, as you know, daily we upload 5 current affair based MCQs, and these MCQs will help in your preparation of the current affairs. So these MCQs are prepared by the experts, and this will definitely help you in your prelims examination, because we even cover some static information which is related to that topic which is there in the current affairs. You can download this document at free of cost from our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. Now let's see the first question. The first question is, the Bijayant Panda Committee, sometimes seen in the news, is associated to A. Banking supervision, B. Review of National Credit Corps, C. To develop international retail business at the International Financial Services Center, and D. Formulating food policy in the long term. You have to choose the correct option. And the correct option is B. Review of Credit Corps. So recently this high level committee was constituted by the Ministry of Defense, and this will basically suggest for the empowerment of NCC cadets, where they can contribute more effectively towards the national building, and also this was to propose ways for gainful engagement of NCC alumni for betterment of the organization, and also to recommend the best practices of similar international youth organizations for inclusion in NCC curriculum, right? Now let's move on to the next question. The second question, the Five Eyes Intelligence Sharing Alliance, sometimes mentioned in the media, comprises of which of the following countries? The Five Eyes. First one USA, second one UK, third one Australia, fourth Canada, and fifth New Zealand. You have to choose the correct option. The correct option is D. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All the 5 countries are part of the Five Eyes. Okay, and recently there are news that Japan will be the 6th eye, but still the news is not confirmed. So remember, these are the Five Eyes. So the United States of America seeks to invite South Korea to join the Five Eyes Intelligence Sharing Alliance, and that's why this was in news. So South Korea is also, the US is thinking to bring South Korea into this alliance, because South Korea is already being protected by US anyways. The Five Eyes is an intelligence sharing mechanism consisting of US, UK, Australia, Canada and New Zealand. The origin of the Five Eyes can be traced back to the informal meetings between US and UK code breakers during the Second World War, and it evolved during the Cold War mechanism as a mechanism for monitoring the Soviet Union and sharing some classified information intelligence as well, and it is often described as the world's most successful intelligence alliance. Now let's move on to the next question, the third question. Among the following, who is not the proponent of Bhakti cult? It's a previous year CSE question of 2010. A. Nagarjuna, B. Tukaram, C. Tyagaraja and D. Vallabhacharya. And you have to choose the correct option, and the correct option is A. Nagarjuna. Acharya Nagarjuna is not proponent of this Bhakti cult. So Bhakti cult is a Hinduism movement that emphasizes the mutual intense emotional attachment and love of devotee towards a personal god. That is the main meaning of this Bhakti movement, you can say. And this Bhakti movement, it was intended, you can say, it was a trend that started in the medieval India, in the medieval times, by the Hindu saints, and the aim of this movement was to bring religious reforms by adopting different methods of devotion and achieving salvation. It originated in South India and around the 8th century, and then spread across the whole of Indian subcontinent. Now if we see some more information about Acharya Nagarjuna, Acharya Nagarjuna is a Buddhist philosopher, and he has propounded the concept of emptiness or shunyata or shunyavad. He is not related to Bhakti movement in any ways. He is regarded as one of the greatest thinkers of ancient India, and he was well known for founding the Madhyamik school of Mahayana Buddhism, and some philosophers consider him as the greatest Buddhist philosopher after Gautam Buddha. Tukaram, if you see, he was a great saint in the 17th century. He was a major pillar of long-standing devotional movement in India. Tyagaraja was a great devotional poet and a great musician as well. Even today, a lot of people listen to Kirtanas of Tyagaraja, and he composed several hundreds of devotional songs in the praise of Lord Ram, and his best songs, Pancharatna, are often sung in religious events even today. Vallabhacharya, if you see, he was the founder of Pushti Marg. Vallabhacharya is the founder of Pushti Marg, and he's known as it is Vishwanara Avatar. He was a proficient in Veda Shastra as well. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. The fourth question: consider the following statements with respect to consider the following statements with respect to Shankalipi script. Shankalipi script, recently it was in news. First one, it is a term used to describe ornate spiral characters assumed to be Brahmi derivatives that look like conch shells. Second one, both Shankalipi and Brahmi are stylized scripts used primarily for the names and signatures. You have to choose the correct option: A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So if you see this Shankalipi script, basically, so it is a term that describes ordinal spiral characters. So the first one is right, and second one also is right. Both Shankalipi and Brahmi are stylized scripts used primarily for names and signatures. So C, both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. Recently, there have been some interesting findings of the remains of the 5th century Gupta period temple by the Archaeological Survey of India in Etah, Uttar Pradesh. That's why this was in news, and they have found Shankalipi script inscriptions on an ancient temple dating back to the Gupta period. The Shankalipi or shell script is the term used by the scholars to describe ornate spiral characters assumed to be Brahmi derivatives that look like conch shells or shankas. And they are found in inscriptions across the north and central India and dated between 4th and 8th centuries. Both Shankalipi and Brahmi are stylized scripts and primarily used for names and signatures. The inscriptions consist of small number of characters, suggesting that the shell inscriptions are name or auspicious symbols or a combination of two. Now let's look at the fifth question. Every year, a month-long ecologically important campaign or festival is held during which certain communities or tribes plant saplings of fruit-bearing trees. Which of the following is that community? It's a previous CSE question of 2014. A. Bhutia and Lepcha, B. Gond and Korku, C. Irula and Toda, and D. Saharia and Agaria. And the correct answer is B. Gond and Korku. Okay. So every monsoon, the Gond and Korku tribes of Madhya Pradesh, Betul and Hardha districts celebrate the festival called Hari Jiroti. It is a month-long festival of greenery during which the tribals plant saplings of the fruit-bearing trees. The Bhutia and Lepcha are the indigenous tribes of Sikkim. Irula and Toda, if you see, they are tribes of Nilgiri Hills in Tamil Nadu. The Saharia and Agaria are the tribes which mostly live in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so these are some of the information about these tribes. Now let's look at the question of the day, and the question of the day is: who is the first person to preach Buddhism in Sri Lanka? A. Huan Sang, B. Vijay Singhawa, C. Kumar Gupta, and D. Kumar Jiva. You have to give your correct answer in the comment box, and tomorrow we will discuss this question. And guys, as you know, we have launched Vision Prelims Test Series Summary, Vision Monthly Magazine Summary, Vision Mains Test Series Summary, and Vision PT 365 Summary. As the time for the prelims is very less, the PT 365 Summary and Prelims Test Series Summary will be very helpful for you for your revision. Do make the best use of these initiatives. Okay, and the details are there in the Telegram channel. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. So that's it, friends, for the day. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.